Hola mis queridos, ¿cómo estás mi Alicia? Hello my kittens, how are you? My name is Allison, and today we're playing Nancy Drew, Mobile Mysteries, Ghost of Thornton Hall. Now if you're actually wondering what Mobile Mysteries means, it basically means, haha, Her Interactive has made a mobile version of Ghost of Thornton Hall. Yeah, it's pretty surprising. And if you're actually wondering, this mobile game came out April 2014, and the book, the original book, came out March 2005. Give that, have that stay in your head for a little moment to recall, to notice how quick of a time that is. Time frame. Because in between that, there was an actual desktop game for both PC and Mac. Oi. Uh, it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. By the way, I do want to mention that with the Mobile Mysteries Ghost of Thornton Hall, you do get an hour's worth of free gameplay. Whether you get to get pretty far into the game and or story, or you're still at the beginning of the game, after that hour, you need to pay a certain amount to get the rest of the game, and that cost is $5.99. Yes, $5.99. It's actually pretty affordable compared to other popular games. And I'm saying popular games because Nancy Drew is somewhat of a popular brand name, really, because the Nancy Drew is originally a book series, and that book series has been going on since 1930. I'm serious. Pretty soon it's going to be 100 years since it was publicly released. It's pretty impressive. Now, I do want to mention that Ghost of Thornton Hall is based on one of these books. As I said, the book was released in 2005, and that book is Nancy Drew, Girl Detective, Uncivil Acts. The reason why I say Girl Detective is because the current company and the original company as well, which was Gross & Dunlap, the current company is Simon & Schuster. They both actually reset the series every so often, giving it not just new binding cover art, but they also did it to have a better grammar, better punctuation, and they didn't just do it for any of those specific reasons, but they also did it for revised stories as well, and they even put in new stories as well to bring in more readers and to keep their current readers interested in the Nancy Drew series. Here's the kicker, which they don't really put out. With every reset, every new binding cover, the Nancy Drew series is pretty much reset. Literally, each binding is a separate canon. Nothing what you learn nothing of what you know in one binding is going to be the same thing that you know in another binding. It's not the same Nancy Drew. It is not canon. Everyone keeps thinking that it is one entire universe. I mean, technically it is, but it's not canon. None of it is linear. None of it is in a chronological order. It's not canon. That's what I'm trying to say here. I need a better explanation for canon, because it's my brain. I did just eat, but literally just right now I want to get to the game because there's so much to cover today. I really want to get this game done and over with, just because I know it's going to take a long time to get Stardew done on the channel. I am far from done, and I want to do the completionist route on Stardew. Anyway, we're talking about Nancy Drew here, and I did say it reset, and I will probably talk more about the book at the end of the video, hopefully, if there is enough time. I do tend to drag on the gaming portion quite a bit just because I love playing the game. There is actually a difference between the mobile mystery Ghost of Thornton Hall and the desktop version, desktop edition. And I do mean the regular game of desktop edition. because there is a bonus edition as well. The bonus edition actually has phone charms, mini games on the cell phone, and a couple of other things, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. But with the mobile mysteries, the only thing you get out of the bonus edition on the mobile mystery is the phone charms, period. And I did an oopsie. I was really hoping to get the phone charm achievement. I will not be able to do that, unfortunately, because I put all the Easter eggs in its little trophy case in the game. I actually need one of those Easter eggs in order to get one of the phone charms. Oopsie doodles. So, that's my bad. And I think there is going to be, if there are any hauntings within today's video, I am going to stop and talk about something pretty serious, just because everyone needs to know about it. But other than that, I think the only thing, there are only two other things that I do want to mention, is that with every Nancy Drew video game, when you start a new game, of course I can't show you now because it'll reset the entire game progress that we have, but with every new game you do with Nancy Drew, you get a choice of 2 detective levels. There's amateur and then there's master. I could tell you the differences between the skill levels, but we need to get into the game. So the last thing I'm going to say is, if anything in this video does not look familiar, it is because you have not been keeping up. Please, please, please check the description box below. There's a previous video as well as the playlist. I recommend the playlist because it will have everything that I've done so far with Nancy Drew, Mobile Mysteries, Ghost of Thornton Hall. Woo! And let's get into it. Alright, so I believe in the previous video we did see Wade walk through this hallway and drop a mysterious antique key, and we ended up finding, yes, we know about the spark hints, and that painting pretty much shows us what we already know. But we did explore Charlotte's room, and we now know about these clocks. I believe we unlocked it. I'm going to open the task list to find out if I did get anything done, because that's what I like to do at the beginning of each video, but I tend to forget sometimes.
Can't check, did that, can't check that off yet. Did that, haven't done that.
Alright, so we did explore the jewelry box, we opened that secret compartment.
Haven't done that.
We even did the Easter egg on the box as well. We need to figure out the code within the clocks. I already know the answer to the code just because I played this game so many times. Not the mobile mysteries, but the desktop edition. Although, to be honest, I don't know how to activate it. Okay, that was the key. I just, for some reason, couldn't see the little slot there. I knew it was somewhere on the right side. I just couldn't spot it for some reason. You know what? I'm gonna look at the list just one more time. Follow the instructions on the flower note. Wait, what flower note? Find a way to unlock the door in the tunnels. Find out what's inside the buried box. Oh, that's right, we need to... Oh, yeah.
Still have to do that.
Find the secret in Franklin's memorial. Yeah, we kind of already know about that. Okay, so... we're actually... Oh? Hi. Alright, and with that, I go into our little discussion here. Alright, what we saw there was a haunting. And with that in mind, I do want to mention I know the reason for Nancy seeing this haunting. It is not because they're actual ghosts, although we kind of know who's behind that. That is Harper and, well, it's Harper. Of course, we don't know if Jesselyn is involved with that or not. We won't know until later on. But we did learn pretty earlier in the game that Harper was near a gas heater, and she was using it quite often. In fact, it is still on. Now, if you're not familiar with gas heaters, they pretty much uh, give off carbon monoxide, and if you inhale it or take it too much, you can get carbon monoxide poisoning. There are symptoms to this, and you do not want to get carbon monoxide poisoning because it definitely can kill you. And with that, I do want to say, do not take carbon monoxide poisoning lightly. If ever you experience any of the symptoms, call the proper authorities. Do not wait a moment longer. Alright, with that, I'm actually going to list off the symptoms. And mind you, these symptoms are pretty simple. You could have them with any other sicknesses and illnesses and stuff like that as well, or any other poisons as well. But these are significant for when it comes to carbon monoxide poisoning, especially if you're near gas-powered machines, like ovens, like the heater in this mansion, um, and just other buildings that that produce heat, basically. So the symptoms are dull headache, weakness, dizziness, nausea and or vomiting. Nancy did get nausea earlier in the game. Shortness of breath, confusion, blurred vision, which she did get earlier, a loss of consciousness, chest pain, fainting, hyperactivity, impaired judgment, which Nancy has had lately, shock, low blood pressure, and rapid and or abnormal heartbeat, which we did hear when she had her haunting in Charlotte's ruins. We actually heard like a really big, we heard a repeated thump 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 when we were at the ruins when we first saw the haunting. That was basically her hearts that we could hear, Nancy's hearts. It wasn't Charlotte's hearts that we could hear. And that's basically it when it comes to the symptoms. Please, please, please be careful when you're around gas-powered machines. I really want you to live. Of course, like I said, of course, I do want to mention I'm not a professional. If you are sick, and if you experience any of these symptoms and you're not sure if it is carbon monoxide poisoning, go to a doctor just to find out if it is or not. I honestly want my viewers and my kittens top tier health. I don't want you sick. I love you all. Alright, with that, let's go ahead and get back to the game. I love you all so much. I don't want any of you dying. Okay. I get pretty emotional sometimes. Oh gosh dang it, don't tell me it froze on me. Alright. Okay, give me a second everyone. I gotta basically close this game off. This is frustrating. Alright, so, how have you all been doing? It's frustrating when this kind of thing happens, you know? When the game freezes up and it won't continue on until you actually do something about it. Alright, we are back in the game. Let us start doing the screen mirroring. Zoom, please. And yes, you heard me correctly. I am using Zoom for the screen capturing. Alright, let us... Oh, right, the volume. Okay. Yoink. I gotta remember which transition to use. Actually, you know what? Hang on. I should know this. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we see a little piece of paper on the left of Franklin's memorial. And if you're confused as to why Franklin is the name of this statue, you have not been paying attention to the previous videos. Are you freaking kidding me? It's frozen again. Ugh. This is frustrating. I don't understand why it keeps freezing up like this. This is actually one of the issues as to why you shouldn't use this game for screen capping. Of course, I am going to try to play this game on my own time after we're done with this game. Wait. It legit freezes up when picking it up. I don't understand. I think I might actually have to stop the video. Cause oh, that's why it needed to do a haunting. I hope you heard that. It was Nancy saying this should come in handy. Okay. That was frustrating as heck. That's why it was freezing up, because it was supposed to do a haunting and it wouldn't do the haunting. Because I was trying to pick up the paper. Okay. Well, now I know why it was freezing up there. Why it was freezing up the other times, I don't know. Okay, so we picked up a piece of paper. It was this flower sketch right here. And, oh, right. I'm gonna lower it a little bit, actually. So we now know that we can use a flower sketch in here. And flower note. Yeah. Okay, so from what we gather here, the note says, a flower is a joy when it thrives, a burden when death arrives. Gather your dried petals where immortality resides. Place a flower where she stands before the stone turns to dust. She will tell you what she can, away and back to earn her trust. This is why we found that piece of paper there. We actually had to put a dead rose next to the memorial and wait for a while. After a few other things that we could do within the game, we would go back and get notes from Charlotte herself, or Harper, if we want to be technical. Alright, so now that we have the piece of paper from so-called Charlotte, this note says we gotta use it on this one. But I don't think we have the flower plate yet, right? There's a bird. There's a star. No, we do not have the flower plate yet. Okay. So we have the design. We know the coffin to use. We still need the plate. Alright. Maybe somewhere you haven't explored yet. This is frustrating. This is really frustrating. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next. Wait, what?
Did that.
How did we... What? We should have known that already. Why did that... What? Yeah.
Haven't done that.
Search the property for a dried flower.
Did that.
Yeah, we should have already done that. I don't know why I couldn't check that off. Weird.
Still have to. Can't check that off yet. Check.
Oops, did not mean to check that one off.
Did that.
That doesn't make sense considering we haven't opened the flower coffin.
Haven't done that. Can't check that off yet.
Yeah, I'll need the metal plate. So let me show you what this buried box, this task is talking about. Hopefully the game doesn't freeze again. Oh, and I just revealed to you one of my secrets. And motion sickness warning. I really do need to create a photo for that. Alright. Is it this one? Yes. We still haven't figured out how to open it. That's the problem here. Oh, you know what? Have I not... Ah, frick. Sorry, I'm probably confusing you all with moving so much. Okay, I am gonna call Addison, because I'm fairly certain she might actually have some, something for us. I don't know.
Did you know Colton was seeing someone else?
What?
He implied that his relationship with Jesslyn was set up by Clara and his parents.
I used to think we were really close, but I don't know. Maybe it was, and she didn't tell me.
I found some strange ruins. Did you make it out there?
No, that has to be it.
What?
Jess was obsessed with finding where Charlotte died. Did it look like there was a fire there?
Yeah.
That's it. I wouldn't go near that spot for anything.
I found a camera. Is that yours?
Yeah, that's probably Jess's. We were taking pictures for the scavenger hunt. She took it with her when she wandered off. Maybe the pictures might help you find her.
Do you know anything about Lexi?
Yeah, Colton was dating her before he and Jess got engaged.
Would it strike you as weird if he were talking to her now?
Very. She split and it broke his heart. I mean, honestly. I think that's what probably prompted the engagement. If she's back, I don't even know what that means.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
All right, later.
It probably means that she decided to have a backbone and confront Colton about what his parents did.
Hi, Nancy.
Ooh.
I just saw a ghost.
So what are we talking? Puppet? Mirror tricks?
No, listen, don't tell anyone else this.
Is this going to be a ghost blind item? A well-known spirit was spotted at a popular haunt canoodling with a certain ghost about town known for his habit of appearing in mirrors.
Can you
I love
channel
Bess.
serious Bess for a moment?
Okay. Homework, my dad talking about taxes, that picture of a puppy who got lost. Old paintings of European royalty. I'm there.
I love
Thanks.
Bess.
Since I've gotten here, things have been getting stranger and stranger. I can't shake this feeling. It's like an odd weight. I'm not saying the ghosts are real here. I'm just saying... I don't know what I'm saying.
Impaired
That
judgment.
doesn't sound like the Nancy I know.
I know. I just need to clear my head. There is always a scientific explanation.
Ned, you gotta tell her to come home.
Still gotta work on that whisper, Bess.
Pretty much.
Nancy, you're really scaring me. Come home.
I will, just as soon as I can. I met Jesselyn's mom.
Poor her.
Assuming she's innocent, what's your impression?
She's reserved. Can't fault her for that, but it does make her hard to read.
Pretty
I've
much.
never been a mom, but I have owned my fair share of fish. And no way anyone can take care of something and even think of... Nancy, it's too sad. Can't do it.
I owe it to Jesselyn to distrust everyone, even her.
I know. This case is like a big, fat, tall cloud of sadness that's sitting in front of me and using its cell phone when it's not supposed to.
We just got back from a pretty rowdy opening night screening of the Relation-Shipwreck. It was really bad.
All I want is to see the screen and to not deal with jerks, to have a movie-style romance, and for no one to get hurt ever. Find her, Nancy.
I'll do my best. Promise.
I will, Bess. It just won't have a happy ending.
I saw an article that says Harper really lost it after Charlotte died.
Well, you can't blame her.
No, I mean, ended up getting arrested.
Whoa, that sounds bad. You gonna ask her about it?
I wouldn't get a straight answer, and I don't want her getting any more defensive.
Smart. Something like that makes me think she really might be unstable.
Oh, she is. She is quite unstable. But at the same time, she is... boy. Boy, we have not been calling them often. Which means we're going to call them again in the next video. We are pretty much
I better get
out of
going.
time.
Talk to you later.
So, with that, we're just going to go ahead and head out. Alright, so, the book. I am basically going to read a description and then tell you how you can get a free copy of the book yourself. Seriously, because I love talking about the website that actually provides a free copy of it. So the description. A Civil War reenactment should be fun, right? Not in our town. It feels like war fever's taken over. The tension started to build when we all chose sides. Confederate and Union sympathizers never did mix, and if that wasn't enough to heat things up, someone started to secretly dig large holes in the battlefield. Pretty odd and very suspicious. Is someone waging a little war of their own and trying to cheat? And if so, the bigger question is why? Yeah. And the free copy is, I will have a link to this website, the free copy, in the description box below, which is pretty awesome, pretty rad. Internet Archives is freaking awesome. I've been bragging about them for over a year now, at least when it comes to the Nancy Drew books. They have so many books, at least on their openlibrary.org website, on their archive.org, however, it's pretty limited. I don't really want to talk about that, the differences between the two. Anyway, we are pretty much out of time. I wish I could talk more about the book, the book series, because it's in first-person narration. But as I said, we're out of time. So, I hope I helped you out at least a little bit in this video. If not, I'm not doing my job. And I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. If so, smash that like button like a kitten would. And if you're just now tuning into this channel and you're not subscribed, go ahead and click that ugly red subscribe button, making that beautiful gray, as well as that bell icon right next to it. That'll notify you of all the videos that I do, which are on Wednesdays, 6 p.m. Central, and Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Central. I hope you all have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or nights wherever you are in the world. I am Sweet Rascal Rabbit, saying goodbye. Stay awesome and stay on YouTube! La da da, ya da 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 da.